Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to vlog number 4. Back here in Scottsdale after my wedding and honeymoon in Telluride that you saw on the last vlog. We're at the end of our slow season here. We're just about to get back into fall, which is the time when Arizona real estate really starts picking up again. So I'm back, I'm ready to rock and roll. In the first video, we talked about mistakes that buyers make. Today we're gonna talk about the flip side of that coin. We're talking about the mistakes that sellers tend to make. So buckle in, let's do this. So here are the biggest mistakes that I think sellers make when they list or sell their home. The first is overvaluing or overpricing their home. A little kind of an offshoot or the other side of that blade is way underpricing your home, but that's much more rare. So here's what happens. A lot of times, especially if you've done remodeling in your home, you picked out all these personal touches that you love that made the home more yours. You picked out this crazy Spanish backsplash in your kitchen, you installed gold toilets, whatever it might be, and you think that there's a value associated with those things, but a lot of times they're just a personal preference. Another part of the overvaluing is attaching a monetary value to your memories that you created there. Say you had your first kid there, you built a rope swing in the backyard, you started a successful tiger breeding business, whatever it is that you think made that house so special, it made it special for you. It's not what makes it special for the next buyer. And they're not gonna attach that. They're gonna look at your house versus the house next door that's for sale, and they're not gonna have any memories associated with it either. So they're only looking at how that house fits their lifestyle and the price associated with it. On the flip side, if you ever undervalue your house or underprice your house too much, you'll get to the part where you may get multiple offers, but you will never get to that sweet spot price. When I list homes, I don't ever overprice homes. I don't tell clients, hey, we're gonna sell it above whatever everyone else says they can sell it at. No, I price them aggressively, and I do it on my own homes. On the last home I sold, I priced it a little bit below market and got multiple offers and sold it above list price. So I practice what I preach with that, and that's why I really believe in getting the right price when you list your home. So stick with me as we go along today, and I will get to those other 4 things that we've got coming up that hopefully you'll find very valuable. Another mistake that sellers tend to make, and this isn't everyone, but there's definitely a tendency here to want to show your house in the best possible light so it sells as fast as it can for as most money as it can. And that is to either not fix things that need repairs because you want to save money, or to not disclose those items to the future buyer or potential buyer, hoping that it won't become an issue later. The problem with this is that you have an inspection and you really want to head these things off, take care of them so they don't become an issue later. Whereas if you don't take care of these things, you don't disclose it, or you don't fix known problems that may be an issue, what happens when you get into the inspection period, they find it, and now all of a sudden they're caught off guard. They're caught by surprise going, how did the sellers not know about this? What else might be wrong? That sort of line of thinking, at which point they want to renegotiate items that need to be fixed, or even worst case scenario, they just back out of the contract. And if you can avoid that at all costs, honesty is just the best answer here. Obviously, you're never going to know everything that's wrong with your house. You're not an inspector going through your house looking for every little thing, and not even inspectors catch everything. But if you can head things off at front, you'll save yourself a ton of headache and possible financial issues on the back end. We are here at beautiful Trilogy at Verde River. Amazing new build spot out in North Scottsdale, Rio Verde area. I've had 5 clients put deposits here in the last 3 months on new build properties, all coming from the California desert to come to our beautiful desert and save a lot of money while doing so. I'm out here taking progress photos for them and let them see how their lots are coming, that sort of thing. And since we're talking about the 5 mistakes that sellers make, one of those is staging. So I figured let's walk through one of the models here and show you how a home is staged properly. Yeah, so the reason staging is so important is it's what gives everyone their impression of the home. There's two kind of things here that you want to stop or not do, and that is, one is have too much clutter in your house. You'll notice as we go through this model that while there is a lot of stuff, it's very clutter-free. The other thing you'll notice, and part of this is being a model home, but this is 100% true in your own home, you don't want to have things that shows your family, shows your pets, that sort of thing. You want a neutral, blank template so that where they can imagine themselves there. You want to make it as neutral as you possibly can, and that includes colors, that includes photos, that includes what you've got lying around the house. Maybe don't have your political books laying out, anything like that. And you'll see as we go, this house is how you stage something correctly. Let's check it out. So you'll see they've got some teal colors here. You'll kind of see it as we go throughout the entire house, but they're very subdued. They're nothing over the top. And that's what's really key when you're staging something. Again, they show dinner plates. You can imagine yourself sitting down to a great dinner here with your family, your friends, whoever it may be. And again, here you've got a few more of the teal elements that have been used throughout, maybe some blues, but again, nothing is over the top, while everything is very crisp and clean looking. So the most important thing to remember with staging is not that you need the house to look professionally done or anything like that. You just want it to look clean, not cluttered, and not personalized. You want it to be as neutral as you possibly can so that the buyer can imagine themselves building their own memories there. And in doing that, that's how you get them emotionally attached to the house and not looking at your photos or looking at what you have to try to figure out what kind of lifestyle you have or who the current homeowner is. If you can do that, I promise you, you'll have a better sell experience and you'll have more people that can imagine themselves living in that house. So we're here checking up on one of my clients' lots that they put a deposit on a couple months ago. As you can see, they're moving dirt. They're starting to frame for the foundation. This next point has absolutely nothing to do with that at all. And that is looking at offers and always wanting to take the highest offer. I'm here to tell you that that's not always the best strategy. While sometimes that may be the best offer, a lot of times it is. In fact, the majority, I would say, but it isn't always the case. There are so many parts that go into an offer, from, yes, the offer price itself, but also how much down are they putting? How well qualified are they? Is their offer contingent on the sale of another home? There are so many things that factor into it that while that very may well be the most important part of the offer, it's not always the case. Personal example, I recently, and I already mentioned this, I recently had a personal sale and we took an offer that wasn't the highest offer amount. The reason we did that, because the other offer that was a higher dollar amount was contingent on the sale of their home. The offer we had was a 30-day close, 20% down, very, very squared away offer. While the other offer, they still had 20% down. They still were going to do a 30-day close, but that 30-day close was going to come after their home went into escrow. And we didn't know when that was going to happen. They didn't even have it listed yet. So while the best offer you may receive may be the highest offer price, it isn't always the case, and you really need to look at everything that goes into the offer to make sure that it really is the best, most rounded offer that gets you what you're looking for in the sale of your home. Here we are, we're at our fifth and final mistake that sellers make. And this one is choosing the right real estate agent to represent you. There's really two kinds of agents out there. There's the agent that's going to tell you what you want to hear when they're listing your home, and there's the agent that's going to tell you what you need to hear. Please, 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 whatever you do, choose the latter. There are a ton of agents out there, unsuccessful, some that are very successful, that will tell you whatever you want to hear to get the listing, and then once they have it, they'll try to get it to where they think it needs to be later. Versus the other type of agent who will come out and tell you what you need to hear for your house to sell in a timely manner and at its highest price that they can realistically get. So the other thing is real estate has become so internet centric that one of the most important things, if not the most important thing that a realtor does when they list your house, is take good professional photos that show well online. If you have someone taking photos with their iPhone, I don't care how nice the iPhones are now, they're not gonna come out as well as a professional photographer that takes photos, edits them, and does that sort of thing. Like, I use an actual robot walkthrough that does 3D rendering, floor plans, all that sort of stuff, because it makes the house pop online and people can walk through the house and get a feel for what it's like. That's where people shop for homes now. They're online on Zillow, on Realtor.com, whatever, looking for their own home while their realtor's doing the same. So they need to be able to go through and have that house really pop when they're looking. If you have a realtor that isn't willing to do that, you need to find another realtor that is. So there we go. That's the 5 biggest mistakes that I think that sellers make. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you like, subscribe, leave comments, leave feedback. I want to know what you guys think of these videos, what you like about them, what you'd like to see, all that sort of stuff. Thanks so much for watching. Can't wait to see you next time.